Welcome to this week of Bronco Broadcast. I'm Ian.
And I'm Katie. Last week, one act went to a festival in Elm Creek.
There was also FFA livestock and poultry judging in Ord on Thursday.
And junior high wrestling went to Loop City.
This week, winter sports practices begin.
Harvie Herrington is coming to talk to the students this Monday.
This Tuesday, there is a junior high wrestling tournament at Amherst.
And on Friday, the one act performs for the community at 7.
And that's all we have for.
Thank you, Ian and Katie. Now for the Harvie Herrington interview with Cheyenne and Ashley.
Hello, sir. My name is Cheyenne Leo, and
I'm Ashley Wenthen.
Good morning, ladies.
And thank you for being here to have our interview.
Absolutely.
The first question we have for you is, what advice do you have for the younger generation?
What advice? It's an open question. For you guys, my biggest advice is to find what makes your heart beat, to find something that you can be passionate about. And whatever that is, to not let anybody deter you from that, because it's very hard to do. It's very hard to find that. That's why I speak and I share, because I found that it was a blessing. I got lucky, and then I learned that a lot of people were never maneuvered into doing that. So that's why I'm excited about coming to you guys to share that. You got to find it. We got one life to live, and we want to live it till its fullest, and we want to be happy doing it.
Awesome. Wow. All right. Our next question is, what do you feel is the most important trait a person can have?
The ability to love, even when you don't want to care, even when you don't want to, because when you can do that, that means you have forgiveness in your heart, and that's hard.
What was the hardest thing you've had to overcome?
I can't even put those things in order. I failed a lot in my life, but yet I'm here. I would say the hardest thing I had to overcome is growing up without any parental influence. So when I became a young adult and an adult at my age now, I've had to maneuver through life figuring it out on my own.
All right. What is one thing you wish you could have told your younger self?
Oh, that's a really good question. One thing I wish I could have told the younger me. Learn more from my mistakes. Learn more from my mistakes, and don't be afraid to make them, because I was afraid of making mistakes. So I didn't do certain things that I probably should have done when I was younger. Don't be afraid.
One question that seems to be a running question for all of our interviews: what is your favorite food?
You guys got to do that to me right now, so I'll share real quick. I'm on this doing this program. I've all of my adult life playing football through professionally. I've been a really big man, and my average weight was about 315 pounds. So everything was my favorite food, but I got to go with deep dish pizza.
Oh yeah.
Deep dish, not thin crust, deep dish. Eat it with a fork with lots of cheese and sausage on it. So deep dish pizza for sure. It is. I'm a Chicago kid, so I'm from the deep dish area.
Well, I guess that kind of leads into our next question. Where did you grow up?
Many different places. Not many. I was born in Mississippi. Then we moved to the Chicago area. I lived in Chicago through high school. And then I moved to a really small rural town out of high school, and where I went to college. So I lived there for longer than I've ever lived anywhere. But so I always tell people I've got the full gauntlet of experience: a country boy in Mississippi, a city boy in Chicago, a country boy in the rural Illinois. So I've had a little bit of all of it. I think it's actually a blessing that I have a little bit of all of it.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
I think that's all the questions we have for you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us.
So you guys will be sharing this with the school, with your
Yes.
peers, right? I just want to say to you guys, say to everybody, when you hear my story, when we talk, I'm going to be there for the day. If you have questions, if this video inspires you to have questions and you're afraid to ask, put them in your leader's hands or in one of the teacher's hands to ask me that question so I can get it answered. I think they plan on setting me up in the lunchroom even to talk one-on-one or in small group settings. Here's an opportunity to hear from someone that's had a world of experience, a world of heartache, a world of successes. So please get your questions answered. And there's no such thing as a tough question, whatever it is. It could be about anything. The only thing I do not talk about is politics. So outside of that, anything. I didn't want to do this. Honestly, I didn't want to be a speaker. How did I say that? I thought about doing it, but I was afraid to do it. And then I jumped off the cliff and started doing it because I had a good life before I was doing it. But I had this desire to talk to you. And I'm talking to you two ladies. I'm talking to any of you guys that are watching this video. I have a burning desire to help you, show you how to look for your life's passion, to show you how to get past hurt as teenagers, to show you what on a cloudy day that the sun is still shining above those clouds and life will be that way for you. And I get pretty passionate and pretty inspired about it and fired up and cry and all of that stuff. So please reach out. And I respond to every email, to every text, to every social media question. So you have that full access to me. So that's it. I'm looking forward to spending the day with you guys.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, girls. So
Thank you, Cheyenne and Ashley. Now for the teacher interview with Olivia and Destiny.
Welcome to this week's segment of Teacher Interview. Today I'm joined with Destiny and our special guest, Carlene.
To begin, we wanted to know how your birthday went yesterday.
It was great. I turned 50. I wasn't sure how that was going to go, but I walked into a office full of balloons and streamers and lots of posters and lots of well wishes. I heard from people yesterday that I haven't heard from for 20 years. So it was really good. Lots of greatness, and it was good.
That's good. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food is fried chicken.
What is your favorite part of your job?
That would probably be the students. I really enjoy getting to know the individual personalities of everybody, and yesterday that was reiterated. Some of the kids came in and gave me big hugs, and it's just good. I love the students.
My bad. Why did you originally come to Amherst?
Originally moved to Amherst where my husband interviewed for the postmaster position, and we lived in Grand Island at the time, and he asked me how I would feel if he dragged me to a town of 183 people and live out in the country. I said, "Are you kidding me?" But I think that's probably been the best decision we've ever made. We love it here.
Our last question for you today is, what is your favorite Disney movie?
My favorite Disney movie probably would be The 101 Dalmatians. Like I said before, I have both boys, so I never got to enjoy any of those girly Disney movies until as of late, but mostly the boy-themed Disney movies are at my house. So I would say that's probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all for this week's segment of Teacher Interview.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Olivia and Destiny. Now for the senior interview with Austin and Evan.
So today, I got Jacob and Quinn, and we're going to be asking them about wrestling. So, are you ready for wrestling season this year?
I guess.
Sure. What weight class are you wrestling at?
145.
152.
Now Ethan will ask you some questions.
What are you looking forward to most this year?
Getting out of high school.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are your plans for after high school?
To start working.
Probably go to college, hopefully.
That's it.
Thank you, Austin and Evan. Now for the Bones recap with Cheyenne.
Welcome to this week's Bones Recap. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were all Bones days, despite the weather. Thursday and Friday were no Bones days.